Special Operations Forces Senior Enlisted Academy, Purple Heart, and Army Commendation Medals recipient, and the Bronze Star. Incarnate Word University Alumni of Distinction Award winner, Kent Dolasky.
All right, after Sean Lee's brother, is up here playing cello, world-class lawyer and orator, I have nothing. I do have something. I have some of the best friends in the world sitting right back here, and family members. So thank you all for showing up, and especially for the ones that Mark, Corey, and Angelica for getting on a jet plane and flying up here for this. That was, I can't tell you how much that means, so thank you. Just so I don't forget anybody, I've got a couple notes prepared. And I'm happy I pulled this out because Derek McCracken was the person who nominated me. It was most unexpected. Just out of the blue, he sent me an email one day and said, hey, I'm thinking about this. And I was thinking to him, well, good luck. Because we have some incredible people that have come from Raytown High School. So to Mark, Corey, and to David Beaver, Peter Tarantino, Holly Legendary, I see it over there, and one of our classmates from Norfolk who couldn't make it today, Kim West Susie, she is sick. We started at Norfolk Elementary, and I got to visit Norfolk Elementary yesterday and talk to the 5th grade class. And Dr. Mark Lee, there was one young gentleman I talked to that wanted to be a futurist. Was that your son with the... Well, most of the girls wanted to be veterinarians, and take care of animals, and then, going through and basketball player and all this other stuff. And then there was this futurist, and there was another kid that wanted to be an engineer, and then another guy that wanted to work with technology to change the world or something. So I was thinking, that might be one of the boys. So at Norfolk, David and Peter and Holly might have remembered I distinguished myself from the 1st and the 2nd grade as the kid with the luxury desk. You know that one with the cardboard on 3 sides? That was the gated community of desk right there. It's officially known as a study carrel, but my teachers know it as the Kent Special Place. So that's where I'll start out. So I visited the Norfolk Elementary, saw the playgrounds where I think a bunch of us took a few spills during our career, and then that great hill in the back where we used to go sled riding, and I get to sport a crown front tooth to this day from one of those sled rides. That was great. So to Kim Woodard, and also Karen Staley, who can't be here today, and Deanna Conch, Christy Schlegel, and Angelica Barandos, and Angela Cordell. I got to say, I'm a better person for knowing all of you, and for your friendship over the years. It's really meant a lot to me, and a number of you have turned on a dime when I've been in town and made it over to get together and just to say hi and to share a drink and some chicken wings or whatever. So thank you very much for your friendship over the years. I can't not share the time I spent in shop class with David Beaver and Chuck Baker and the different things we did. And power mechanics, we had we had an engine that David brought in and had no idea how to put it back together. And we got that thing running with duct tape and bubble gum, I think. And we finally passed the class. He had to get that thing running to pass the class. So Derek McCracken, he put a list together of some of my accomplishments, and I'm very honored and humbled. But we have an incredible graduating class of 86. For one, Sean Lee has a very famous brother, Eddie, so that's an accomplishment. Anybody know Dr. Karen Staling? She's the lead scientist for molecular biology at the Stowers Institute. And she's been piddling around with mapping the human genome, which is kind of a big deal. So one of our class of '86 alum. Dr. Julie Brock, who worked her way through medical school and now has a practice in Leawood, Kansas. We knew she wanted to be a doctor, and I remember she would work days at a dry cleaner, and and then always have to cut off at 10 o'clock to go study, and that's how she lived while she was going through medical school. So who would know Mark Corey would become an award-winning reporter and producer for Fox News out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. So Mark, thanks for all you do. He also rides for the MS-150, and he's done it for how many years now?
16 or 17.
16 or 17, something like that. So thank you, Mark. And then Kim Westhuizen sent me an email. She couldn't be here today. She got a virus or something. Didn't want to come and infect us all. But she is a lawyer now, and she has her own law firm. And so it's just incredible to look at all of our classmates and think where they've come. And then I wanted to mention Christy Travis, who cheered for us all in high school, and then the whole class came together to cheer on, and she took on a very tough fight against cancer. And that's really lets you know what kind of class you've got when everybody can pull it together and really support somebody during a very tough point in their life. Again, Angelica and Mark, thank you for coming down. Angela, I couldn't resist talking about your mom for a second and what a great art teacher she was. She was a blessing there at Northwood Elementary. And so to our teachers and coaches, Bob Kessel is here today, vice principal. I never called him Bob before, but he was talking one time about an experience in Southeast Asia and working with the Special Operations Forces there. And they sat down with the Mountain Yard people and had dinner, and there was Curious George's little hand in his bowl as he was trying to eat this soup. So that was a tough meal, and I kept that in the back of my mind when I was in places like Kuwait and Jordan, and the Jundis, the soldiers of those countries, would bring out what was a stainless steel garbage can lid turned upside down with a whole goat on it, and they would all come around and just pick that stuff off, and they called it a goat grab. It was pretty rough, but fortunately I was never the guy that got handed the eyeball. And then there was a time in Somalia we were visiting a village, and the dinner that we had with them was camel liver and onions. So that was a good one. But without the prep of the environment of the crazy things you'd have to eat, I don't know if I would have been able to handle those meals. So to my dad and to my brother who could make it here today, just thanks for everything along the way. It means a lot. I remember I got back from advanced individual training after my senior year, and thought I was just going to take a term off, a semester off, just to chill out and catch my breath from some tough times. And Dad encouraged me to get myself down to college right away, so thanks, Dad. And finally, here's to my mother and to our classmates that can't be here today. And there's a number of our classmates who have passed, and these are all faces we'll never see again, but people we will always remember. During the years I spent traveling around the globe, to places like Mogadishu, Somalia, Sana'a, Yemen, Karachi, Pakistan, now Kut, Iraq, I'd often reflect back at all my friends and family here in Raytown and all over the place, and I can't tell you how many times I thought about y'all. So this is a great honor, and thank you all very much.